Hey guys, hi, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is 5:06 a.m. here in Las Vegas. Ugh. I hate early morning shows in Bays because I have to wake up. I had to wake up at 3:30 this morning, get ready, and a bus just happened to come by right away. I left really early because the buses run infrequently at this hour and I didn't want to hustle, so I have exactly an hour before I have to check in, so that's fine. So we're flying to LA this morning, and then we're flying to Atlanta after that. I have a 14-hour layover in Atlanta, and then I fly back here tomorrow. Now, if you've been following my channel, you know tomorrow is my closing date for the house. I know. So everyone's trying to schedule an appointment for me to go sign my papers right after I get back from my trip. So I'm going to throw my bags in an Uber and go wherever I have to go for that. What else? Oh, I have some more good news. All right, so boarding is going to be delayed like 10 minutes, mostly because our flight crew isn't here, but also we have 62 passengers, so there's no rush to board. Flight time is going to be 52 minutes. Usually it's like 45 minutes, but there is weather coming into LA from the north, whatever, but it's like a cold front or something. But so it's going to be an easy flight, great crew, as usual. So looking forward to this. This will be fun. Oh, hey guys, hi. So we made it to LA, not to sound surprised. We made it to LA. I got a bagel sandwich with some molten cheese. I almost burnt my lip. We're flying to Atlanta. I don't know the time yet, but we have 82 passengers booked on a plane that holds 182, so lots of open seats. This will be a very easy flight. So I guess I'll see you in Atlanta. I'm not sure why I had to think about it. Hey guys, hello there, welcome back to Atlanta. I'm not doing a hotel room tour here because I've been here 1,000 times and I'm sure you've seen it before. Now, I just did a little bit of editing to one clip. I think it was actually the first clip in this video where I was telling you some good news. I was just gonna say, oh, I've got some good news. And then I shared the good news and I shared some numbers and details that I'm sure my lender, Amber, would not have appreciated. Now, so I'll tell you the good news in a minute. But if you go to YouTube and type in Amber Coleman, if you're looking for a lender in Nevada, and I think she can work in Utah too, I think. But Amber is absolutely an amazing human being. She has worked tirelessly on my behalf. I can't imagine that my loan is worth much to her or the company. But she has just been tireless in her helping me transform my life. I mean, from where I was to where I'm going. And without Amber's help, it would be just impossible. Impossible. But if you watch any of her videos, she is very careful not to tell you any particular number, like an interest rate. She'll say that they're currently at historic lows, like unheard of ever historic lows. But she won't tell you those numbers because, someone might be watching her video 10 years in the future or whatever, and may have just gotten a loan last year and got just a rotten rate. I don't know. But she's very careful not to disclose what rates are possible, because it all depends on your credit score and how much money you have. It depends on a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot of variables when it comes to your interest rate. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, kind of, right? Well, I was telling you in this video that I deleted what my interest rate is going to be. Now, she had quoted me an interest rate before this loan when it was an FHA loan, and I had an interest rate that was historic. That was had never happened before, apparently. But with the conventional loan, my interest rate with my credit score and other variables was going to be a little bit higher. Not debilitating, but definitely it would have made an impact over the course of years and years to how much money I pay in interest. And then it turns out that she was able to make something happen because some paperwork was whatever. She was able to get me that old interest rate again. And so I was sharing those numbers, and I really think she would have found it really, it would have been inappropriate. Let's just say that the good news is that my interest rate, this lighting is so bad, my interest rate on this loan is sick. I mean, I didn't know anything about this topic before, and I still know very little, but I know that I'm getting a real deal on my loan, and it's all because Amber is such an amazing person. And I gotta tell you, if you need a loan officer and if you need a real estate agent, I have to tell you, call Amber, tell her I want to work with you and Rachel. Just a great team, really good team. When you call Rachel, like, Amber already knows what happened, so there's no having to tell 15 stories either way, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I cut that clip really, really short. So I apologize for that, but I wanted to cut those numbers I shared out because it would have been inappropriate. So speaking of inappropriate, let's chat. Do you remember yesterday's video? If you watched yesterday's video, at the very, very end, I said, feel free if you have any questions about what's going on, leave a comment below. But, be civil. You don't have to be even really nice, just neutral. You don't have to just say something polite, because I've recently just received a ton of just uncalled for, acidic comments, either in my comment section or were sent to me personally through Messenger. And I'm gonna have to start restricting what I do through Messenger because of it, because I've just gotten a lot of really wacko stuff sent to me, and so I look at my YouTube comments unhealthy. I mean, in an unhealthy way. I look at them all the time. It's just like, I need to stop because it's just too much of a focus for me. But it's also the way I get to stay in touch with you people, and know what's going on with you, and to get to see how you guys interact with each other and support each other. So it's just, I don't know, it's nice to see, but I really should probably look at them less. But I was looking at them, and one kind of surprised me a little bit, and I wanted to read it to you because it's exactly what I was asking you guys not to do yesterday, but whatever. So let me get it. I had to open it up. Now, what's weird is that I saw this comment on my phone when I looked at the comment section, but when I go into my laptop, into my channel and under my comment section, I don't see it there. So it's very strange, but I am not below calling out names when things are really weird. So let me just read this to you and see what you think. Leave a comment below, whatever kind of comment you want, because even the mean ones apparently are kind of fun. So this is by someone named Tall Tree. And so I'm gonna read this too. And this is, I had to send myself a little screenshot of it because it wouldn't show up on my phone where I could read it and film and talk to it at the same time. So it says, SP, you are manipulative, virtue signaling creep. You know how to control and manipulate the easily duped people on YouTube who send you money and gifts for your crying act. The cats and your contrived acts of kindness. Your never-ending, your never-ending virtue signaling. I've never heard that combination of words, and I'm very well read. Virtue signaling hustle, preying on manipulating and toying with the emotions and sympathies of shut-ins, people who are easy targets for grifters, and other people in desperate need of attention to advance your YouTube hustle. If I had a YouTube hustle, sweetheart, I'd have 100,000 subscribers. I have 5,000, all right. It's sad and pathetic way to go through life. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, that is a comment left under it was actually under yesterday's video. But again, when I go on my laptop and look for that video, that comment, I don't see it. So if you see it, let me know, because I'm curious why it shows up on my phone under my YouTube creators app, but it doesn't seem to show up when I can see it. It's like on the laptop. Am I making sense? But how about that, right? So I think I wrote, what did I write? I should have copied what I wrote. Basically, I said, you're ridiculous. And I think your comment came across as being someone who's been wounded and hurt, and I forget something like that. But you know, when because replying to posts like that is kind of fun for me. So I it's not really the most kind person. I'm not the most patient, loving, and tolerant when someone writes kind of stuff like that. But I did have fun writing that reply. And in reading this comment from Tall Tree, I'm brought to mind, says characters in like scary movies for children come to mind. So like the monster in the movie, the one under the bed who's, you know, snarling and scary, and the kid in the bed is terrified with the blanket up over its head, and he's praying the monster doesn't come out. And in reality, the monster is a sad, pained, wounded, terrified little creature who's just barely surviving and has to put on this big act of being a terrified monster in order to somehow keep some identity together. You know what I mean? So I read this comment and I think how sad this person must be to leave this kind of comment about me, which again, if anyone has ever felt duped, I apologize. I have no idea. But people sending me cat treats and essential oil diffusers doesn't seem like a giant hustle. Not to diminish those gifts, and I'm very grateful for them. But do you know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't know. If I were gonna hustle and be a grifter, I think I would probably be more successful as a YouTuber. I don't know. But I found that comment to be startling and a little I don't know, interesting, don't you think? I don't know, but feel free if you feel that way about me. I totally wholeheartedly encourage you to write another creative post so I can respond to it, because that would be fun for me. But yeah, so that is the kind of comments, those are the kind of things that when I said yesterday, you know, be civil at least. You don't have to like me. You know, if you want to write a comment. If you don't, that's probably the healthiest thing to do. Yeah, I just craziness. And this came to me, this was posted 17 hours ago. And so right now it is 5:41. So 17 hours ago that was posted by Tall Tree. So again, I don't know why I can see it on my creators app, but I can't see it under my regular channel. So look under yesterday's video. Do me a favor, look under yesterday's video, see if you can see that comment, and let me know, because I didn't see it when I opened my laptop. So how's that, right? How's that? Ooh. Which is probably going to segue one day into a video about what I'm going to do and what plans I have to kind of restrict the amount of communication I have with people, because this is something that I received on a comment that was public. You would really not believe what I receive privately through Facebook Messenger primarily. So one day I'm going to have a sit-down conversation with you guys and figure out how I can continue to have the really healthy, wonderful conversations I have with you guys. And you guys know who you are. The conversations we've had about good times and bad times have been wonderful. But how I can continue having those conversations and not allow an opening for someone like Tall Tree to come in and say things that you just would not believe. So this is not how I wanted to focus on this video, but it's a real life part of my life right now. So yay. Oddly enough, this post doesn't bother me. I feel bad for this person. It's just that they must be so sad and wounded and kind of twisted to be able to see me in that way. And then I have to actually ask myself, do I portray myself that way? I don't think I do, but if I do, let me know so I can sort of work on that. I've worked on bigger things. Trust me, if I can put down drugs and alcohol and my ex-husband, I can change my other behaviors too. So if you see me like that, certainly, I mean, let me know, but be nice about it, not like that. Oh my goodness. So now I'm gonna close my laptop so I don't have to look at Taltry's pile of hot steaming poo-poo, and I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm not sure if I already told you this or not, but I did not take much with me on this trip. Since it's just a quick 2-day trip, I have a 14-hour layover. I still can't believe that that comment. But so I usually have this is food. I have 2 packages of these Barilla ready-made pastas that are still too al dente. I have to heat them up with some water in the microwave. But I brought that with a jar of tomato pesto because this is a total of like $4. It was all on sale. So it's a nice, good, solid dinner. I'll be heating it up inside my dog bowl because I'm so fancy like that. I'm not supposed to microwave this apparently, but it hasn't killed me yet. So there we go. So that's dinner. I have an apple for dessert, but I'm probably not going to eat it because I know I have a chocolate bar hidden somewhere in my bag. Now I'm going to sit down. I'm going to peruse the Bank of America website so I can figure out how to be prepared when I get the email with the wiring instructions for the house. And once again, tomorrow is the closing date. People have been asking me if I'm excited. I am excited, but I'm also, that excitement is also tempered a bit by my experiences, especially with that last house and with that house before that and the one before that. So I know that I'm excited, but I'm also sort of feeling a little, I don't think numb is the word, but I'm also feeling just sort of just mildly expectant, you know, and I like that. So I think that when tomorrow happens and I have the keys in my hand, I think it'll probably be a very different experience. So we'll see. I'll be taking you along with me. The first plan is to get my keys and then immediately I've done some research on through Yelp and the Benjamin Moore store that I went to the other day. I got some names of some painting companies I can contact and see if they're willing to paint one room, my kitchen, and maybe up into that loft area that's upstairs. So just have it all the same color. So that's the first thing. And then I want to paint my cabinets. I'm going to do that myself because that can save me a ton of money. And then that would be hopefully within the first 4 or 5 days. And then I can move the cats in with some of their furniture so they can kind of get the smell of home. And then we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep my current apartment through February. The rent is already paid for February. Will be tomorrow. So I'm going to keep that apartment until the end of February. So it gives me time to kind of move stuff and clean because my current apartment is just a disaster area. So blah, blah, blah. I should probably eat. I'm beyond hungry. So I will talk to you later tomorrow. And there you go. I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. So I am at the title company and I just finished signing all the papers and I'm working with this lovely woman. I've just been talking her ear off the whole time, but just charming, super nice. And she reminds me a lot of Rachel, actually. I think they should be friends. But she's making copies of all those documents, and then I have my wire instructions. So I am going to leave here. I'm probably going to go back to the airport, honestly, because, you know, my Wi-Fi at home doesn't always work. So I'm going to go, probably going to go back to the airport because the Wi-Fi is just consistent. And then go on my banking website and wire the money. And then I don't know how long it'll be till I get the keys, but I should get the keys later on today. All right, they're going to take a picture of me with those keys. Remember the other picture I had? Yeah, all right. I will see you guys later, okay? Hey guys, hi. So, it's been a while since I talked to you. I think the last time I spoke to you was last night. Boy, this day has been something else so far. I went to bed last night. I did not sleep a wink because, you know, I was just thinking of the house, what could go wrong, and blah, blah, blah. So I got to bed. Finally, I got a couple hours sleep. Woke up. We had a 7 a.m. van time in Atlanta. Got in the van. I'm not sure if I told you I was flying lead on this trip, but I was flying lead. And today we were on a 321 from Atlanta to Vegas. And as lead, I don't do as much service as everyone else does. So I really just become sort of a liaison between the flight deck and the cabin. But I didn't have to do almost anything on this flight because, well, nothing went wrong. Everyone was spectacular. It was just amazing. We had a really great time. A couple birthdays. We had a woman who was getting married tomorrow. Lots of celebrations. Everyone in a good mood. There was one woman, when I was walking through the cabin, I saw her eyes. She looked a little anxious. And so I stopped and said, hey, you know, how are you? Her name is Keisha. I don't think she's watching this video, but if you're watching, hi, Keisha. But she was very anxious. It was her first time flying in an airplane. It was on her bucket list. She had two things she was doing. First time flying, and then she was going to Las Vegas, and she was very anxious. And so she may have had a vodka and tonic to help calm down, but we had a really nice conversation. Other bucket list things for her was to go to Colorado, and she wants to go to an island with blue water. So we had a great conversation about how my airline might be able to get her to one of those destinations really affordably. And we just had a really, really great time. It's one of those few times that I actually gave her a hug. We were like, oh, give me a hug. And her husband, I think, we did the elbow bump. But just really remarkable flight. Today was one of those reasons. Today was one of those days that you just love your job. It was like that perfect, you know, that one sip of coffee that's just perfect. It's the perfect temperature, perfect sweetness and cream and all that. That one perfect sip of coffee. Today was that day. Today was a perfect cup of coffee, perfect sip. And I was all very anxious about, of course, today is closing day. So, you know, I was like on edge. So it was really, really valuable for me to help, you know, try to calm Keisha down. The minute we landed, I got a text from Rachel letting me know where I had to go to sign my papers. I was hoping this is my bus. Sign the papers at the title company. So she sent me the address, and the minute the minute that plane emptied out, I hopped into an Uber and ran over there. I think I filmed something about that. I'll insert a clip either now or after I talk to you. Yeah, so I did all the signing. This is the stack of paper. I had to look at that stack. A lot of signatures, a lot of dates. So I finished all the signing. I came back to the airport from there because my home Wi-Fi in my apartment sometimes doesn't work at all, and I didn't want that to be the case. So I just went to the airport, went to my Bank of America app website, and tried to wire the money. I failed. Apparently I didn't know what I was doing, filling in stuff in the wrong place, and then it timed out on me twice. So I messed up. So I called customer service, and I got the best and most patient woman. She apparently was a branch manager. I know, blah, 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 talking. She was a branch manager at one of the banks. But now she's working from home remotely. And But because she was a branch manager, she really knew everything and how to walk me through and how to calm me down. And she was amazing. And so she hung up. She says, I'm going to email you all the step-by-step directions, you know, and so she walked me through it all, and I managed to do that. I called Amber, told her that I sent the money. Is this my bus? No. I wired the money. And then she said, let me go find out and check, and I'll call you back. It was probably a half hour, but she called me back and said that the wire was accepted, it was received. And what now has to happen is that has to be recorded by the state or somebody. So it has to be recorded. And that is going to be by, she said, probably before, my teeth almost came loose. I'm so glamorous. It will happen sometime before 5 o'clock. So, it is 2:06 in the afternoon now. I can't believe it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So much has happened today. It just feels like so much has happened today, and it's such an important day for me. So that's all done. I'm going to go home. I'm going to feed the cats their ration of cat treats. Somebody sent me a package. I don't know who it was. I didn't look at it. I just threw it in my bag. I think someone sent me a stack of those cat treats. Thank you very much. Because that was a loud laugh. We're rationing cat treats right now. I'm going to give them some treats, and I'm going to try and take a nap because I'm tired and on edge. And I'm going to wait until I get a phone call from either Amber or Rachel. The next step is I will meet Rachel and she'll give me the keys. I think that's the next step. Since it's going to be probably after sunset and there's no electricity there yet because I have to have that turned on, I'll call the electric company after I get the keys. I'll call the electric company and see if I can't schedule it to be turned on. I'm not sure how long it takes for that to happen or not. So, if I get the keys tonight, I might go over there just to walk around, even if it's in the dark, just to walk around the house, you know, and breathe in the reality that this is actually happening. So there you go. I'm gonna probably make that a separate video. So I'm gonna end this now on a cliffhanger. I know, right? So there you go. I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Bye. Fly safe. I almost didn't say it.